Hi everybody, this is Dan Talk Sense, and today we're doing a review of the latest flanker of the Stronger With You line, Stronger With You Only. In today's review I'm going to tell you about its performance and projection. I'm going to do a bit of a diary on how it develops on my skin, and at the end of the review I'm going to give you a bit of a conclusion on whether I think you should go out and buy the latest flanker in the Stronger With You line. If that kind of content would interest you, then please stay tuned. Welcome back. Now, if this is the first time dropping into my channel, my name's Dan. I'm a fragrance enthusiast from Dorley in Shropshire, the United Kingdom. I've been collecting fragrances all my life. I'm really passionate about them, and the gist of my videos is that I give you my first impressions. I then leave the house, go to the gym or the countryside and give you a diary on how it develops. I try to be as honest as possible. I'm not sponsored by anybody, and I don't get freebies. The key to my channel is that I buy partials of bottles from the fragrance groups that I'm in. One's Certified Scent Sellers, there's Fragcom UK, there's various groups that I'm in, and I'll buy partials. I was lucky enough to get my hands on a partial of the latest line in the Stronger With You line from Emporio Armani. And I just thought I'd just get this review out there, let you know my thoughts and let you know whether it's a redundant purchase or not. I've never been a huge fan of Stronger With You because I've got Spice Bomb, and I've always felt that Stronger With You was in a similar ballpark to that. But I do respect it. I think it's a really good scent. I like Stronger With You intensely as well. It's extra sweet, and I think the concept of the fragrance is a really good one with the chestnut in there. It just smells really, really good. I've heard mixed reviews about Stronger With You Only, but I try to avoid other YouTube videos, and I try to avoid looking on Fragrantica because I just want to give you my point of view for smelling this for the first time. And what I'm going to do is just smell it as a fragrance in its own right. So what I'll do is I'll spray it on my wrists and then I'll spray it on my neck and everything. Then I'm going to go and head out to the gym and let you know how it develops throughout the day. I'll also do a close-up of the presentation as well, and then I'm going to go to a note breakdown on Fragrantica or base notes, which one looks better, to give you an idea of what notes are in this one. But first of all, let's give you my first impressions. And I always just let the alcohol initial blast die down a bit. So, it's really, really nice actually. In the opening spray, I've smelt the original, and compared to the original, there's a nice grapefruit note at the top, which you wouldn't get in the original. And it's quite a nice one, it's quite refreshing. You can smell the original DNA, you know, that chestnut in there, and the nice background to it. But the prominent note when you first spray it on is this juicy grapefruit note, which I like in fragrances. I think it's refreshing and it's beautiful in the summer. So on initial spray, very pleasant. It doesn't smell too synthetic actually, considering it's on the cheaper side of designer fragrances. And I look forward to how this develops on my skin. So if that kind of thing would interest you, I'm going to now go to the presentation and the note breakdown. So guys, have a quick look at the presentation. It's very similar to the others in the line, except you see the word only there under Stronger With You. I like the design of the bottle actually. I like the lid. Very simple, but I quite like it. The juice is lighter than others in the line, I've noticed, so that might give you an idea of its strength, but we'll see how we get on with it. So in this one we have grapefruit in the top, which comes through in the first 20 minutes. Then we have lavender, geranium, bourbon vanilla, chestnuts and cistus absolute. I'm walking to the gym. It's absolutely freezing here in the UK. I say absolutely freezing, it's about 3 degrees. But so far I've got to say I'm a little underwhelmed by Stronger With You Only. I smelt Stronger With You Freeze, and to be honest with you, it's Stronger With You Freeze is a better scent. It was a similar opening with the citrus notes, bright and fresh, but in Stronger With You Freeze, those notes lasted longer into the fragrance. I'd say an hour and a half, 2 hours. With this one, the grapefruit lasted for about 20 minutes and then went straight into the Stronger With You DNA. So a bit underwhelming, but I'll update you further on into the development of the fragrance. So guys, I've just left the gym and I was getting moderate whiffs of the DNA, the original DNA with the vanilla and the chestnut, and in being honest, I just wanted that to come across stronger. It just made me want to wear the EDT because it's such a nice smell, and it's actually made me want to go out and buy the EDT now. But on this fragrance, this is a replacement for Freeze, and I think Freeze was a better fragrance because the citrus notes stayed throughout the duration of the fragrance to the mid to the dry down. With this one, you get the grapefruit at the start and then it evaporates, and then what you get is sort of a moderate, more reined in version of the EDT. Now, if I give you the example of Aqua Fahrenheit, they use the note of grapefruit, and that is a prominent note which lasts for the duration of the fragrance, and it works well with the original notes of Fahrenheit, and it gives it that fresher take. And this is what I think a summer, a fresher version of a fragrance should be. It should have the fresher notes added to the fragrance, but for me, I don't see the point in having the fresh notes for the first 10-20 minutes, and then they evaporate, and then it becomes the original again, because in most cases, you're gonna put that fragrance on in the house, you'll smell that in the first 20 minutes, and most of people around you will just smell the original DNA and think you're just wearing the same fragrance as you usually would. So if you're somebody that wants to smell differently every day, or and you yourself want to smell differently every day, I just don't think it's going to meet your needs. It's just the same as the EDT, but just more reined in. I just think it's a bit of a lazy release from Emporio Armani. I think that they're using the Stronger With You line, and to conclude, I want this fragrance to be stronger on me, and it isn't quite strong enough. So if you can get your hands on Freeze for a reasonable price, I would stick to that one, in all honesty. I smelled that one and I remember smelling that in Boots, and I thought it was a really nice fragrance. I sprayed it on, went home, and it was doing well on my skin, and it kept the freshness to it. With this one, evaporated after about 20 minutes, back to the original EDT. So my general thoughts on this one is that it's a bit of a lazy release from Armani, but it has inspired me to go out and buy the EDT. So they're my thoughts. Let me know if you've wore Stronger With You only yet, if you tried it, if you prefer it, if you prefer the original, if you tried it intensely, which is your favourite one of the line. Thank you for watching my video today. I hope it was helpful, and I'll speak to you all very soon.